Hey everybody, Steel Grass here, and today, if you remember from that one team that I made in team building, this is the same exact team here. And this is pretty much my first battle, as you can see. Got a whole bunch from that, but 7-turn battle, and I'll show you how this battle went out and exactly how good I played in this game and how really to use this team pretty well. So, without further ado, okay, so I set up a substitute here. He goes for Stealth Rocks. I predict that, I get a +1 speed here. I Swords Dance. I'm at +2 attack. By the end of the turn, I'm at +2 speed as well. Now here, I predict him thinking I'm going to Baton Pass or something. He goes for Giga Drain, which is exactly what I want. Now here, instead of going for a Swords Dance, I switch into Pidgeot. And that pretty much takes +2 attack and a Choice Band and +2 Pidgeot, Brave Birds, and one-hit KOs that Pidgey. I do the same thing to Drift Bloom and KO that as well. And then I think here he sends out his, I believe probably was a Choice Scarf Braviary, thinking that he could outspeed me, but nope, not in this case. I end up killing myself, but I pretty much take out his Braviary, and all he's got left is Absol, Cinccino, and Electros, and he ends up just forfeiting. So this team can get really annoying in some cases, and if you make the wrong plays like this guy did, then you can end up pretty much just losing the game. And he knew it was a good game from that point on, because I just took out all of his walls on his team pretty much. And that's really how this team's gonna work. And yeah, so I just decided that this would be a quick battle using this team, and then I was gonna go over some stuff that I kind of forgot in last episode. So if we go here, I felt like I should explain some other things. Like here you can nickname it, and like I could nickname something like Luxray as Kitty, or I could name Throw as something like maybe Thunder. That might be a good one for Pikachu too, but you can always do that. But usually I prefer just to have, Pokemon names the same. So I'll just change this back. And yeah, besides that, there's a couple other things that I didn't quite go over in the last episode. And that would be is that, you don't always have to go with the suggested spread. And if you want to do this like a customized one, let's just say I take off all of the EVs I have on my Luxray. And say that, I've got, with Ninjask Baton Passing, I know I'm guaranteed to get some speed. And so, I could change this around, and you can choose your nature here. Shows a list of natures, alphabetical order. And they show which nature, boosts, and which stat it lowers. And if you're any familiar with Pokemon, you'd know that a nature can help it boost stats, and some natures like Quirky and Hardy, they just don't do anything. But let's say I wanted to make this an adamant set. Now I've got plus attack and minus special attack, sorry. And so another thing is that you in the EV's box, say I wanted to put in 252 attack. I could just put it in there, doesn't matter if it's before the plus or not, it doesn't matter. And let's say I didn't want HP, but for some strange reason I wanted this thing to be bulky. I could do 252 there, it would be the same thing. Now, another thing to go over, I'll just switch back to the suggested spread, but here you see IVs, and IVs here are, you might not be as familiar with. they're not that much different from EVs, but let's say a Pokemon can have up to 31 IVs, and that just means that it gets like an extra plus 31 in their stats. See how if I take it away and put it with like 0, the hit points is down 31 than it usually is. Now you can't do 32. The highest you can go is 31, which is, whatever it usually is. But sometimes they can change depending on the hidden power type. I won't really get into that this episode, but maybe I'll cover it in the future. But just for the most part, keep your IVs at 31 unless you want something to be like particularly slow or particularly, weak, I guess. But most people won't change it all. And another thing here, if you see this details box, I can click on that. You can change the gender, the level, the happiness, and whether it's shiny or not. So I could have a shiny Luxray, or I could have, whatever happiness I wanted. Highest is 255. Could always be a male, could always be female, could be random depending on. And I could make this a level 1 Luxray if I wanted. You can pretty much do anything. But besides that, I think that about covers it as far as there. Another thing, if you're not familiar with Pokemon Showdown, is that they have a ladder thing. And as far as today goes, and probably for a while it would seem, the ladder, it says, is broken, and that pretty much just means that the ladder doesn't really work the way they want it to. So let's say if I want to NU, it shows the top NU person, which is the zebrakin person, and their score and their win-loss. And this guy has done a whole lot of battles, like, I believe that's 350 battles. Win-loss tie, that wasn't completely obvious. But let's say you wanted to find out yours, if you're not in the top 100. Just go over to the chat box, do /ranking, and then type in your username. Mine is Steel Fusion. Once you hit enter, it should, here, pull up a box that shows your score. I've done a couple, where'd it go? Alright. Let's see where. Just a little lag. But anyway, right here, my random battle score is 1,591 right now. And my win-loss, and yeah, I've done a couple of those, just for fun. And then my NU, which I had that one battle, I won. And this is my score right now. And pretty much this will show you however high you are on the ladder. If you're not in the top 100, you can sort of get a range. It won't tell you exactly what place you're in. Like, it won't tell you if you're the 1,242nd best person. No. Not unless you're in the top 100, you won't really know. But anyway, you can click on any of these. They'll show up the whole entire ladder for all the different tiers you can do. And, yeah. And another thing, I guess this will just turn out to be mostly a tutorial-ish kind of thing, would be just this screen here, which would have the main chat, the people online, and yeah, these are just all the mods and admins here with the little percents and ats in front of them. But anyway, you should all probably know, if you've ever done any battle here, you can just click on the format, your team, and then look for battle. And you can even look at other people's battles and like watch them battle if you don't feel like doing it yourself. But anyway, yeah, I guess that about covers it. I just wanted to do a quick thing of that, and if there's something that I didn't cover, then maybe I'll make another video if it turns out I missed like a whole lot of something and it's pretty important. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Please rate or, well, like and comment, and I'll be back for more of Pokemon Showdown. I guess this is Steelgrass saying goodbye.